Alex, to all of you, Alex was my very good neighbor and went to the same school with me in Chicago. Never did we dreamt that I would be in this position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Alex will be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity and future of our two countries. Alex, thank you very much for everything. I believe our university will be very, very proud that we are doing this here today.
Sorry, for those that might laughter, they make you people verse, no verse. But anyway, it's your verse. I can't stop the verse. Oh Lord, have mercy. Hey, fake classmate, fake support, fake whatever. Yeah, Mr. Tinubu. Now, wow, this one is real wow. Just like that, unprovoked, just came out and telling us about classmates that can easily be verified. I think these people don't understand that there's a new generation, that it's new, that this is not like a 1984. It's not 1994 where you say something, before somebody can know whatever. It's a matter of internet. The same person, I'm sure you've heard all the story by now. First of all, this particular person is literally almost like your child. How are you in the same school, in the same whatever? And people are saying it's not even the same school that they went to. But by the way, you know the most important part that many people are not catching on is the fact that they've already given him contract to do certain things, to supply whatever. Anyway, it is very well. And let me just go and check a lot of reports that people had done. Alex Zigma, according to Fisayo Shoyembo, he says it's a businessman whom Bola Tinubu claimed he lived close to in Chicago, USA. And this Alex Zigma was 13 years old in 1979, the year Tinubu claimed to have graduated. So you see that he was such a genius that by the age of 9, he was already in university, or by the age of 10 and the age of 13, he was graduating with Tinubu. I don't know why Tinubu does this so much. He lies unprovoked. I mean, literally, Nigerians have moved on from the issue of classmate. First of all, they know you forged that signature. You're not there. You don't have secondary school classmate, no primary school classmate. They say that he was, what was that thing that Festus Keyamo said? That he was homeschooled, right? That was what Festus Keyamo had said, that he was homeschooled and stuff like that. Okay, fine and good. You were homeschooled and everything. Nigeria had moved on. Why the lie? Is it just that people just are seeing, let me just say this lie to drop it and drop another banger, or I can't understand. Person know they old leave certain things, out of the way. So you look at this and you're wondering why. And then all of a sudden you're coming to tell us this is your classmate, this is it. At Fitch Nigeria sourced the internet for Zigma's biography and found a 2021 publication that had his date of birth as November 26, 1966, meaning was 59 in November 2000 in November. So he was 59. Then it's not even up to 60. So how were his classmates? But there are some people, of course, who are going on to sort of like claim that, you can be classmates with someone who is much younger than you or much older than you, and blah, 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 and all of that. And this same person has been found to be also into some accused to be in some criminal things. There was one part where he was being arrested by a certain, I think by a particular government in Africa and all of that. But let me just look at Foundation for Investigative Journalism, the things that they have here on him. And they said Zigma was in Abuja on Monday, where 73-year-old Tinubu launched 2,000 tractors and other farm implements as part of Nigeria's bilateral deal with Belarus. He's just doing deals with all of these people, left, right, and center. And he said that they were investing together. And you heard all the things that repeated what you have seen in that particular video. Public searches on Zygmunt contain records of his activities with Zimbabwe. Yeah, it was in Zimbabwe that arrest was going, and several other countries. But there's little about his childhood and history. Does that sound familiar? You know what they say about birds of the same feathers, flocking together. The exact year Zygmunt arrived in the USA remain unknown. FIJ was able to learn that he served in the Soviet Army from 1983 to 1985. Zygmunt granted an interview to Day Night TV where he disclosed this. He said about serving in the army. Yes, it happened from 83 to 85. I served in the Soviet Army. Our unit was in the Transcarpathian Military District. This is according to him. And then at the time, Tinubu was working as an accountant with Mobile Producing Nigeria Unlimited, now Seplat Energy. So while Zygmunt was in Belarus, Tinubu was in Nigeria. And then during this interview, he also discussed how he spent the rest of the 80s. He said the main teacher in his life, in general, if we take universities, then this is the Belarusian National Polytechnic University, where I studied from 1985 to 1989 and received a bachelor's degree in the Faculty of Robots and Robotic Systems, specializing as an engineer roboticist. So all of this time, where were they now in this Chicago whatever? From 1991 to 1995, I studied business marketing at the University of Illinois, Chicago. So somebody that was there. It's not even the same school, because I think Tinubu's son is Chicago State University. This one is University of Illinois, Chicago. I'm sure when he's also Chicago, oh yeah, less mathematics. But anyway, we can't even be surprised. This is Tinubu that literally stole the childhood picture of another person, Donald Duke. They put it in his biography and everything, the childhood picture they use, until Donald Duke came out and said, no, this picture here is my picture. It's not a Tinubu's picture. And it just goes on that, man, this is what Nigeria, is dealing with. And there are so many other cases that were revealed, that were talked about, where they were talking about this particular person, and also his awesome some kind of things that he had done that were a bit, like this. But at the end of the day, there was also something that I saw. I think I'm going to leave that here. Let me find it. If I can see that video, I'm going to attach it. It was like a space. Some people were having a particular space discussion, and then they were like, oh, Nigeria, the person who is currently president in Nigeria, our illegitimate president, of course, that he was a known drug dealer in the this. I imagine that's how Nigeria has been.
Yeah, can you break that down for the new people about the president of Nigeria and ties to
The
Chicago?
president of Nigeria, the right now president of Nigeria, was a major heroin supplier between, as I remember. I'm talking about knowing him directly in the late 80s to the early 90s. He was a major heroin supplier. Him and the other guy was either his cousin or brother, right? They ran a bunch of heroin through Chicago through the cab systems, right? So I'm telling you emphatically that the president of Nigeria right now was a major